Oh, sing, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose birth stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets sprang back to once bursting in, it proves in the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pinkerton Academy in Derry, New Hampshire for the girls volleyball New Hampshire Division I championship game. It is Nashua South taking on the Dover Green Wave. I'm John Collins along with Tom King. Our cameraman is Tim O'Neill. A beautiful venue for this match, Tom, as South seeks to become the first Nashua High School team to win a state volleyball title since the split.
Yeah, that's just it. This is, volleyball has been a good sport at Nashua over the years with John Connolly running the show, and then he went to North and ran that program for a long time. This is a big deal for them. I believe they would be the third champion for Nashua South since the split. Baseball's got a title, and I believe girls lacrosse has a title. But don't quote me on that. So,
Seven-time champion Nashua South. The last two titles came just before the split in 2002 and 2003. Meanwhile, they're going up against a Dover team that is a signature team for this tournament, where it's been upset specials all over the place.
Yeah, I'll tell you, John, this isn't the final I thought we'd see. I thought we'd see South for sure, but I thought we'd see Hollis Brookline on the other side.
Four-time defending champion Hollis Brookline gets knocked
out
off.
in the quarterfinals. They had a bye for the first round, knocked out in the quarters. Wow, boy, I'll tell you. And I'll tell you what, John, South almost got knocked out in their quarterfinal against Bedford. It could be Bedford and Dover here tonight, for all we would have known.
You described to me the match of the year as South survived.
Lost
Bedford.
their first two sets, down big in the third set, rallied to win it. Down near match point in the fifth set, deciding fifth set, rallied to win it, send Bedford home, the team that upset them a year ago in the semifinals.
South, the number one. You don't know who's going to win this championship game, even though Dover's the number 6 seed. The South student body well represented here at Pinkerton Academy for this state championship game, chanting, "I believe that we will win," with good reason. Undefeated, Nashua High South ran the table in the regular season. They are the number 1 seed entering this match. Tom, players to watch.
Well, I think Kara Kelleher. I mean,
number 7.
Number 7. She is their point getter. She will make the big plays. When they need something done, they go to Kara Kelleher. Also, the other senior, Catherine Covert, who's right behind her in terms of all the different things that she does for her team. I just think that they're losing a very solid group of seniors, after this match tonight.
Dover strikes first off the serve by Caitlin Quinn, the senior, number 10, here beyond the back line. A successful first serve for Dover. They're up 1-0 in the race to 25. A block at the net by the Green Wave. South looking for their first point of the game. They just get it over the net, and Dover can't save it, so we got a 1-1 first set.
Now, they were intimidated a little bit by Covert being so close to the net. They thought that she would go up and block it. I think that took away some of their focus and concentration.
You see Nate Masroll right behind the server. Paige Garland sends it over and long. It's a point for Dover.
Well, that's how you lose volleyball matches, by unforced errors. You know, it's one thing when you get beat on a block or a play. It's another thing where you basically give them a point.
South with a great save. They keep the rally alive. Dover trying to finish it off, and that is going to be a Greenway point.
Kelleher dove, but there's no way. It was too far to the right, or to her left, actually, closer to us as we broadcast from this venue.
Long on the serve, so Dover with an unforced error, and it's a 1-point game again. South got a first-round bye. They knocked off Bedford in that great match that Tom alluded to in the quarterfinal. And they took care of Winnicott in straight sets in the semi. That's
well placed.
Well placed, just inside the line. Had to wait for the judges' official ruling, and it is a point, number 4 for Dover.
Dover's doing what they want to do, get out to a good start. That's what they really needed to do here.
And the libero serving for Dover, number 12.
There's Kelleher. Oh, I'm telling you.
Kara Kelleher.
When she gets the set, she goes for the kill. And boy, did she ever do it that time.
There's never been a player on my roster that has played taller than 5'5" than Kara Kelleher. She plays like a taller spike specialist up front.
Yeah, I got to see. I wonder if she should be playing this sport in college. I'd like to find out where that's going to be, if she knows or if not. And all of a sudden now it's finally back to even.
Yeah, South on a roll here. Off the serve by Morgan Rainieri. And that's another good one. So, excuse me, that's number 9 for South. Catherine Covert on the serve, and she's got them on a roll. They have their first lead of the first set, 5-4. Best of 5 sets here. Catherine Covert not trying to do too much, putting in play low and hard. Dover with a nice kill attempt, but South calmly keeps it alive. That's long on the shot, and it's tied again, 5-5.
And if you notice in state tournament play, John, there are the people up front by the net, but there are linesmen in the back.
How about that?
Make
That
those
is
calls.
different. We did not
And
have
it's the
that.
same in soccer. There'd be one referee, but 2 linesmen for offsides calls. And believe me, if you saw the Girton soccer game against Londonderry, you didn't because you were away. There was a big offsides call in that game that hurt Girton. Nice block right there.
At the net.
I believe that was Covert.
Catherine Covert would be number 9 up front. Getting credit for that to give South the lead, 6-5. On the serve for the Purple Panthers will be Caitlin Fitzgibbons, a 5'6" senior. She gets into about a 3-step attack serve, low and hard toward the back line. A good serve, but an even better kill by Dover.
Well, you know, they've got the height advantage a little bit in this. They've got, you know, they're a little bit, have that more athletic look, like they could be problems at the net.
And Rachel Vitko personifies that look. But she's long on that shot, that serve for Dover.
But see, that's where Kelleher comes in, because I don't think any of the Dover players have the spiking ability that Kelleher has.
All-around player. She's got a pretty good service game, too, if I don't jinx her. It's a good one toward the back line. Dover with the setup, long on the shot.
I don't know. I thought it had it. Did it?
Oh, they give it to Dover.
Yeah, I thought it had that corner, John.
Yep, a great shot, it turns out, for the Green Wave to retake, or excuse me, they just tied it up again at 7. Katie Cantwell, 5'7" senior, and that is in. Another point for the Green Wave. So as you can see, the linesman at the back, he'll point toward the court downward for a good shot.
And up in the air for a bad one.
Correct. So that goes to Dover. They have their lead back, and too tentative on that serve for Katie Cantwell that time. Hits the net with it. We're tied at 8th. Teams seem to be feeling themselves out, each other out here early time.
Yeah, that's what volleyball's all about usually. Sometimes they get off to great starts.
We do need to point out it was a 3-0 win for South.
Oh,
in the
what a
regular
block
season.
by Covert. She got right up there and knocked it back.
South with the 9-8 advantage. Catherine Colbert playing some fine volleyball here in the opening set of the state championship game.
Here's the thing about this sport, I'll tell you after the next point.
Contested shot at the net. The point goes to South.
I believe, yeah. Probably a double block on the net. The thing about volleyball is it's such a game of momentum. You know, you could think you're out of a match and all of a sudden the points just start to flow. Another double hit at the net. And South starting to get a little taste of what it's like to be in control. They're up 10-8.
Natalie Boyle, number 6, with having South on a roll here.
Set up for the spike. Another block. That one again by Covert.
With a whistle, too many hits apparently on the south side of the court. So that will be a Dover point. 11-9 in favor of the Panthers. Head coach for Dover is Whitney Carrier. Wayne Sajowski, the head coach of Nashua High South girls volleyball. Attempting to do.
Why?
And was it deflected out?
They're going to give the point to South, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, it was touched.
It was touched, so it's a South point. They have 3-point advantage now here in the opening set. Wayne Sajowski trying to coach the South girls to the first state title since the split. The setup, Dover. Nicely done, Kara Kelleher. An even better set from the back line. The kill, number 3.
Like I said,
Kara Lecklitter.
Dover doesn't have a Lecklitter or a Kelleher. You know, they don't have the sharp killing ability with their shots. If you notice, they're all in danger of going out. They're not downward. And just as I say that, there's a shot that was a good kill, partially tipped by Lecklitter, but couldn't get it back the other way.
Kind of squeezed through her 2 hands, which were upraised at the net, attempting the block. So Dover back on serve. Received by Paige Garland. And Lecklitter nearly scored another point. The touch shot.
Oh, just over the reach of Covert, who was there for the block and couldn't do it.
Rachel Vitko with a nice touch.
Dover closes to within 2.
Back on serve, Maya Whitehead. Down the middle. And South returns it with so much pace that Dover can't handle it. The credit goes to Paige Garland on the successful point. For serve, Kara Lecklitter at the back line for the Purple Panthers. Net court, it's a good serve set up by Dover.
Let's see who they set up. Keller, of course, and she gets blocked.
But she hit it on over the net, and it was blocked like low, and kind of a sleight of hand.
Point goes to Dover.
South.
South does, yeah. I'm surprised. I thought that they had a good block. There's another one right there.
She hit it so hard it looked like it was blocked, but it was actually over the net and came back underneath.
And another block that time again, this time by Kelleher. And Dover calls time as they're down by 5.
You are right, though. If you had to pick all the sports that you cover, many sports that you cover, what is the #1 momentum sport that you cover? It is volleyball.
It's volleyball. It's clearly volleyball. Yeah. Basketball comes close, but volleyball is clearly the thing. I think it's just that indoor atmosphere for both sports because of the fan participation and everything else. I think soccer, you fall behind by 2 or 3 goals, you're not coming back. You know, football, you fall behind by 2 or 3 touchdowns, you're basically not coming back.
Yeah.
Basketball, you're down by 15, you right back in that game. A couple threes and you're right back in it.
Basketball's close.
Volleyball,
a close rival to volleyball.
Volleyball, you get a string of points, you get somebody with a hot serve.
Yes.
Changes everything.
Right now with the hot serve, it's Kara Lecklitter, #3 for the Purple Panthers. In the race to 25 points to win the opening set, misses to the right. And Dover scores a point coming off the strategic timeout. the libero for the Green Wave, Sierra Castanbury.
Well, that was a
number
good
12.
serve that had everything except the line.
Exactly.
You know? It was nice and low,
They
just like that one.
Exactly. Another good decision, this time by South, to let it hit the court
Right.
and go wide. On serve for the Panthers, Catherine Cover. Trying to get her team up to the 20-point plateau, perhaps, if she can string a couple of successful serves together. Dover with the setup, and it's deflected out of bounds by Kelleher. Point for Dover.
Yep, should be Dover's point. But they're 3 or 4 points dangerously away from falling into losing this first set. If South can get it into the 20s, they're not going to let that lead slip.
Yeah, they will be content to trade points with Dover from here on to the finish of this set. The setup. Kelleher finishes.
It went in.
Wow.
Boy, I'm telling you, her shot so low and all the way to the back line to the point where you can't reach it or play it. Very difficult.
She's got a Sydney Moncrief vertical time. Nobody's going to know who I mean.
It's just,
you do, but
it's unbelievable. Moncrief, it's unbelievable.
That's going back in the NBA ways, but there were some still shots of him.
All right, let me give you a quiz on Moncrief in a second, see if you remember.
And Kelleher goes to the soft touch this time. And it works.
What college did Moncrief play for?
Marquette? It had green in it, didn't it? Yeah. Michigan State? Michigan?
No.
You remember. I do not.
I hope I have it right, but I think I do.
Dover trying to interrupt South's momentum.
Almost got the block and tipped it to Kelleher, but not quite in time.
Yes, so Dover interrupts the South wave of their own.
If I'm not mistaken, Moncrief played his basketball at Arkansas. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I'll look that up, but I'm pretty sure he was at Arkansas.
Way long on that serve for Dover, so that's an easy point for the Panthers, who hit the 20-point plateau with a 6-point advantage.
I got it. Kudos to the South kids. They are here in droves. Good student support, and the same for Dover on our side.
Dover with a good setup, but no
tried
finish.
to touch, and I think it's going to burn him. No, hit it out.
Wow, that was a 100-mile-an-hour kill attempt that just went way too long.
Yeah, I think it's on its way to Boston right now. That was flying through the air.
Had the door been open. Dover gets a point. Katie Cantwell on the serve for the Green Wave. The jump serve down the middle.
Oh, nice dig by
Kelleher.
Yep.
And the finish, number 8 for South, is Alexis Farrell. And she's got some good height.
Boy,
5'10".
and we haven't called her name in the matches we've done too much. No, not at all.
Junior Alexis Farrell will be back next season.
Yeah, that's the depth that the Panthers have built, that Sajowski has built.
Catherine Colbert, Kara Kelleher, and Kara Lecklitter. Paige Garland also seniors. Caitlin Fitzgibbons, another senior. What a great team this has been. And that hit goes into the net. So a Dover point, but South eking their way toward that 25-point first set win. 4
points away from getting that first set, that all-important first set to take the tone of a match.
The Green Wave, Caitlin Quinn with the serve. The setup for South.
Kelleher.
Oh, she can find so many ways to beat you.
Well, it just did, because that wasn't a rocket. That was a medium touch. And just off the fingertips of Dover.
That was a Tom Brady dump pass.
Yeah, it was.
Over the middle.
I know it.
To the right spot. Another point for Kelleher and the Panthers. That one is out. Oh, it's in.
Wow. An ace.
Wow. Talk about well placed. Paige Garland with that senior savvy. Another timeout. I don't know if did you burn in timeouts by taking 2 points away?
I'm surprised that you're down 7 against South. I don't think South called this timeout.
I don't believe, no sir. And
they don't indicate, they don't go either way with their arms when they call the timeouts, or if they did, I missed it.
Well, it does speak to the point you made about the importance of the first set. However, 23-16. I don't know if I might save it to the next set, or the talk in between set number 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's just it. I wouldn't want to waste one.
Coach Whitney Carrier trying to do the seemingly impossible, which is to steal this first set despite being down by 7. The serve. Dover sets up. And we have a whistle. Do we have somebody touch the net? Point South, a violation.
Yeah, they must have come into contact just barely with the net.
And now South 1 point away from securing this all-important
set point.
First set. The jump serve by Garland.
Dig right there.
Gastonbrader, Rivera with the save.
And it's out, and Dover loses
out.
the first set.
And South, you can see the celebration. Not so muted. They know how important that first set was. And you were talking about no guarantees, the 1 seed against the 6 seed, but the rough road that South had to get here.
I just think, John,
that Bedford match.
Once you survive a match like Bedford, and they saw the Hollis Brookline lost.
The 4-time defending champs.
Right, and I think that they say, because last year I think they got consumed with, because they don't play them during the regular season in this 2-year cycle. So I think they got consumed a year ago after they beat Dover with getting to the final to beat Hollis Brookline. And they lost. After escaping this time in the quarterfinal, I think they felt, you know what, and seeing the Hollis Brookline lost, I think they said, you know what, we're the number 1 seed, we're undefeated, it's ours to lose. And they're playing like it. And they played like it in the semis, and they're going right through.
And while South was defeating Bedford, Dover with a huge win over Pinkerton. Congratulations to the Green Wave for getting to this.
Same night, quarterfinal night. And all the top seeds except for South lost. And South was almost one of those that did lose.
And then Dover also beat their Seacoast rival Portsmouth, the perennial champ, to get to this final match. So a formidable opponent here.
They've all traveled difficult roads to get here. South had that bye. They had a bye in the first round because of being the top seed. But here they are. And they're 2 sets away from an undefeated season with a state championship. And I don't think it gets any better than that.
I agree. They can smell it. They can taste it right now.
2 sets away. Let's see how we're going to see a lot about them to see how they start out this second set. As you can tell, they're ready to go. Dover got a lot to talk about after losing that first set 25-16.
Dover, the number 6 seed, South, the number 1 seed. South, 7-time champs, going back to 1986, 87. Nice run there in the late 90s, 97, 98, 99. You were here for that, Tom. 2002, 2003. The split happened. They actually had North make it to the championship game in 2004.
Same coach, John Connolly.
But lost to Portsmouth in that match.
Same coach as the unified Nashua that you're talking about. But they lost, and then
it's been a little bit of a dry run until this year. This team has been remarkable with those terrific seniors we just mentioned.
I still would have liked to have seen Hollis and South back there because they don't play during the regular season. They're the 2 best programs in the area over the last, in Division I over the last 3-4 years. Maybe 3 years. I'd still like to see them go at it. Bishop Girton was a top program. 2 years ago, they were in the finals against Hollis, lost to them after beating South in the semis. South had the hurdle of getting over the semis. That's what they had to do, and they did that. They did that this year. So here we go, finally, after what seems like a half-hour break.
Yes, and including lots of talk and strategy by the Dover Green Wave to try to solve this number 1 seed here in the championship game. John Collins with Tom King, our cameraman Tim O'Neill. The second set in the best of 5 matches underway. Dover tries to start off with their hardest kill yet.
Covert with the best, she's the best blocker on this team, and almost got the kill.
Long rally here. Dover comes out of their huddle with the first point of the second
That's
set.
a big first point, because South had that point won 2 or 3 times, didn't they? Didn't it seem that way?
It was. That's already the point of the match, and we're just 1 point into the second set here.
Exactly.
That was terrific back and forth play, and it certainly did look like South had that point won a few times. Starting with that great block by Covert. Dover with the serve, up 1-0. High arcing set for South. And double hit by South, so it's a 2-0 advantage for Dover here beginning the second set. An auspicious beginning as they try to answer back South's 25-17 opening set win. Gonna miss it there, it looked like, or maybe Catherine was going for the back line. The setup, Kelleher from distance. Good save by Dover's Kyra Cantwell, number 4. Kelleher with the setup from the back, and
blocked by Dover, and they get the point.
Wow, 3-0 Dover to begin the second set.
Good start.
Off of the fine serves of Kyra Cantwell, number 4 for Dover, who's hunting for more points. That's out though, unforced error by Dover. And South on the scoreboard here in the second set. Trailing 3-1. Service by Kara Lecklitter. Diving play by the libero Castanguay keeps it alive. The setup. And Covert's blocked.
As Dover's doing a better job at the net, you can tell.
Kelleher finds the floor.
Yep.
Inbound.
They can't defend against that, but they are doing a better job early on in this set at the net.
A booming kill by Kara Kelleher. And is a 3-2 score. South with a chance to tie it up. Deflection. Dover point.
Right.
4-2.
Good start for Dover. 4 out of the first 6.
And one of them just an unforced serve error. The point they gave up. So it's Dover with the momentum right now, trying to keep it going, get back in the match. Kelleher to get it over, double fister.
Well, they had a setup where they should have gone for a big kill, and they didn't do it.
Catherine
Covert. It cost them. They had a big kill at the net, and they soft pedaled it, and just popped it up over the net. They needed to get a authority. Dover needs someone to give them an authoritative point. I haven't seen one all match, have you?
No. Maya Whitehead came the close, number 5, in the opening seconds of the second set, but she was blocked.
And that's
by Covert.
Yeah, by Covert. You know, Covert's just having a fantastic match with blocks.
Sierra Castanguay, the libero for Dover, behind the service line, the jump serve down the middle. The libero for purple, Olivia Johnson, number 1. Deflection off of Dover, and it's a South point. Olivia Johnson there in the gray. The liberos get to wear a different uniform. They must, the defensive specialist. She's just a sophomore at 5'1". And a key contributor to this team with championship hopes here in the final match of the season. At Pinkerton Academy in Derry, that is they say.
Yes.
Ooh, my eyeballs told me out, but that official was standing right there, so he must have the call correct.
I think he had you by about, I don't know, 100 feet?
Yes, at a minimum. So it is a 6-4 advantage for Dover. And that is in. Good shot by South. Some good shot making by both teams here in the second set. Kara Kelleher as a fine shot maker, as you'll see on a volleyball court, with service duty here for the Panthers. Down the middle, the dig by Castanguay, the setup and the deflection. Good job by Kelleher to keep that point going.
Ouch. Good block by the Green Wave. No, I guess not.
They blocked it on the wrong side of the net, though. I think it kind of snuck its way underneath.
That's very deceptive from our angle, isn't it?
The speed of the game sometimes. The setup, and then authoritative kill denied. That was Rachel Vitko. It got up there pretty high, the junior at 5'8" for Dover, but she got denied. South ready and waiting with the block, and they have taken their first lead here, the second set. That is out. South on a bit of a roll now, up 8-6. Kara Kelleher has them on that roll with her service game. Behind the back line.
And here's the thing, after you get a start like that, you get the lead back, you don't want to lose it.
No, and it's got to be deflating for Dover at this point. Coming out of that huddle between sets, strong. They get a point.
Yep, Kelleher thought that someone else was going to take it, I think.
Exactly, and it found the open floor. 8-7, South still on top, but Dover with serve. And it will be Rachel Vitko, the junior, at 5'8". Should be a promising returnee for Coach Whitney Carrier and Dover.
Oh, nice tip. Nice tip, almost.
Dover was alert to it. Vitko with a good save back line. Maya Whitehead shoves it over, but too many touches. And it's a
too many touches. They had a chance for a kill. They got too cute. Up 2, Nashua South.
Service by Natalie Boyle, number 6. Slaps it over, and Dover finding the open floor.
Boy, this is just an even set right
violation
now.
Against the Green Wave.
Boy, I am telling you,
holding the ball.
How many points have
palming the ball?
How many points have they given away with touching the net, palming the ball, hitting it underneath? They've made a lot of mistakes in this match where they could be right with South.
Yeah, it's approaching double digits.
Yeah, exactly.
Deflection and a point for Dover.
Let's wait until they can rule it.
But that was the authoritative hit, the type of hit that you would be coaching Dover for.
Yeah, maybe they hit it in the right spot, but it didn't have that Kelleher feel to it. I think
certainly not.
They need a Kelleher feel at the net.
Yeah, Maya Whitehead getting up as far as she could and hitting it as hard as she could, but it's hard to generate a downward angle unless you really elevate off the floor, as Kara Kelleher can do. Another point for South. There's no occupancy by Dover near the back quadrant there, and Kelleher very alert to it, as she is, as great scorers will be, to find the open floor. Paige Garland on serve. Goes way back to serve, and it's successful, and the block up front. I believe that was Catherine Covert yet again. It was,
yep.
What a match.
She's having a great match. Again, Covert, Kelleher, those two set the tone. Garland played pretty well at the net in the beginning of this set as well.
And Paige is serving now.
I want to see you do that. I want to see you run your jump.
Oh. You know, there was a time. Great hit. Deflected out of bounds by Dover. And Kara Leckliter with authority.
And Leckliter was very adamant that that was her point. Did you see her after that?
Absolutely.
And all of a sudden, it's a 5-point lead. I bet there's going to be a timeout, and there is. Dover takes it.
Forced to. 13-8. South is on top.
Well, they're 12 points away from being one set away
from state champs.
Think of how quickly they got these 13 points.
Dover trying to band together to do the seeming impossible. A 6 seed trying to run the table and win a state championship for their school.
That's not too much of an unheard of thing in high school. Soccer happens all the time. It's happened in softball. It's happened in baseball. That's not unusual, John.
Right. In the regular season, these two teams met. South won 3-0. Dover's looking for their first win of a set against South this year. And this team just looks like a juggernaut right now. Undefeated regular season. survived the Bedford scare here in the tournament. And a couple sets away from securing their legend in Nashua High South history as the undefeated state champs and #1 seeds that finished the job. Paige Garland, the jump serve. Quality.
Nice dig.
Maya Whitehead.
Too far.
Too far is right. It is out. Another point for South.
Another gift given to South.
Back to their biggest lead of the match.
Those are the points that Dover can't allow. They can't give South points by
a clear, open hit like that. They need to get it in.
Yep, exactly.
In play.
Another block. Covert again.
Save. Paige Garland and Kara Kelleher get it to Lecklitter. The setup. Maya Whitehead.
That's a good point.
Blistering shot.
That's the point. That's the shot I was looking for. That's the first authoritative shot that a South player just basically had to protect herself from. We hadn't seen that all match from the Green Wave. They need a dose of aggressiveness, but boy, I'll tell you, against Nashua South, that's tough to get.
Yeah, and sometimes South can answer the call at the front with a great block or a double block, and you get, there's a point for
Covert's chip shot was a little wide. You know what the Panthers need now? They need a Kelleher spike.
It's been a while since Kara Kelleher spiked one.
Yeah, we need a Kelleher spike here.
She's playing toward the back at this point. Covert's going to answer the call.
Yes, there it is.
Catherine Covert pounds one, deflects off a Dover player out of bounds, and South gets served back. 16-10, up 6 points. The jump serve by Kara Lecklitter. Castonguay, the libero, saved it. That is in. A Dover point. Quality shot making there for the Green Wave. Maya Whitehead will handle the service duty. Second set of a best-of-5. South is up 1-0 in the state championship final match. Kelleher took a little off, tried to sneak it in the near sideline. Dover was alert to it. The setup. Covert, point,
got it.
South.
She doesn't miss those.
That's the great downward angle. It's so tough to defend.
Really.
Catherine Covert. Listen to 5'9".
Covert is my MVP of this match right now.
I think Kara Kelleher would agree. And her teammates too. Catherine Covert's been tremendous. Standout senior among a team full of standout seniors. And Catherine Covert back on serve with her team up by 7. Once again, 18-11. Trying to expand on that. Good serve. Castonguay, the libero with the save. Dover just gets it over.
Yeah, but that's not a bad play by Dover.
Kelleher.
But they're so on the defensive.
Yes.
They really are.
Oh,
what a hit.
Surprise move there by Ann
Dover
Sherman.
still gets it over. Here's the spike
Kelleher.
coming. There it is.
Wow.
There it is. 18-11 there in control. John, I'm going to go out on a limb here. Nashua South is going to win the state championship. I don't see Dover beating this team. I just don't see it.
Here's your exclamation point right there.
You know, I mean, they don't have those shots. And even if they get any momentum, one of those is going to break it.
Exactly. There is more where that came from, unfortunately for the Dover Green Wave. And there's a touch point.
All right, 20 to 11. Dover's just letting this slip away. South, and there's a timeout again by Dover. That's their 4th of this night. And we're not even through the second set.
We'll give them 1 minute for the timeouts. South in command of this state championship final right now. Dover's on the near side of the court with us, and you can hear it's just pretty quiet over
Very
here.
quiet over here. I can hear you without this headset on.
Tim O'Neill, our cameraman. Our executive producer is Pete Johnson. The tournament season coming to an end. Tom going hither and thither, covering all sorts of sports and matches. And
yeah, well, in a couple of days, I'll be going thither, which is home.
to the compound just in time to huddle down for a expected cold front that's coming through.
Why is winter starting so early?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You know, enough is enough.
Paying the price for that beautiful September already.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that streak is broken.
Yep. Sierra
Long
Castaway
serve.
on serve for Dover. Make sure.
Oh, this
serve.
should be a setup right
Oh,
here.
a little trick play by Ann Sherman again.
Yeah, I know it.
She likes to try those. Castaway to set. Whitehead shoves it over. Good save by Olivia Johnson.
Oh, Keller had mercy.
She seemed to.
She had mercy.
She was picking a spot rather than
Yeah,
going with the power,
no.
and it cost.
Yeah, exactly. No, go with the power because Sherman is your best setter. She's the best setter on this team and on the South team. So she's the best one.
Yeah, with that power, even if it hits a player's hands, it's hard to control.
So there's the set right there.
Catherine Culver just gets it over. She wasn't
Yep.
timing the lead. Good hit by number
That's
11,
the
Vitko.
That's another authoritative hit. Vitko's got to hit more of those.
Whatever happens in this state final, Rachel Vitko will take some knowledge
Yep.
into her next season as a junior for Dover. A quality point there for the Green Wave. A 6-point deficit as Castaway serves down the middle. Kelleher slaps it over. Didn't quite time her leap as she would normally do, and you take it, you got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Situation.
Yep. Yeah, you've done that out in
baseball.
Short right field, right?
Just came back from the tournament where that did happen.
Yep.
I wasn't party to it.
Here's the question about the tournament. Did you get in any fights?
No.
Did you hit by a pitch?
Getting mellow my old age. Got hit by 5 pitches. 28
Oh, you
at bats.
definitely hang over the plate. There's no question about it. And there's a spike by Kelleher that's misplayed by Dover. It was a playable one. Was it Kelleher or was it Paige Garland? I think it was Kelleher. 21-15. Yeah, you definitely hang over the plate. There's no question about it. Yeah.
I got some in the middle of the back, though. How do you explain those?
A message.
Yeah, probably right. Get off the plate. Dover, good save, back line.
Kelleher tried the nice tap, and it worked against her. Dover gets a point.
Olivia Johnson diving to the floor to try to save that good hustle play, but it is Dover's point.
On that play, Kelleher can probably still, I think they had one more hit left. Kelleher should turn herself into the setter and set up someone towards the middle.
Lindsay Donahue
She got
on
caught
serve for
flat-footed.
Dover. Goes with the
Covert.
slap serve.
Oh, nice dig by the Green Wave.
Terrific to keep the point
Yeah,
alive.
but they knew they were caught off guard. They thought that wasn't going to be playable.
South just 3 points away from securing the second set.
So again, a gift point from Dover. And here's Keller to serve it out maybe.
Yeah, possibly right. She's excellent on serve as well. But Dover answers. Vitko has come up with more and more of those. And Rachel secures a point for the Green Wave to interrupt that roll.
Any
by
volleyball coach would tell you, it's almost like
Keller.
tennis. Those last 2 or 3 points, the toughest to get.
Dover down 5, serving long.
Unless you gifted them.
Can't do it.
Another gift, 23-17. 2 points away from being 1 set away from a state championship.
Natalie Boyle with a chance to serve out the second set. And slaps it over down the middle. Return by Dover, blocked
Nice
by
block.
South. We have
Against the net, Dover, I believe, right? Touching the net.
South touched the net.
Ah, not against Dover, all right.
There was a net touch. It was against the Panthers.
That's the first time we've seen that called on them all night. That's why I assumed it would be Dover because they had been caught 3 times already with that call.
And South keeping their violations to a minimum, as good teams will do. The setup.
Setup, yep. Blocked, out of bounds.
Paige Garland with the point.
Yep, and now it's set point.
And Paige Garland will be able to serve for the set here. And there will be an even louder cheer than you heard after the first set if South can get 1 set away from the state title. Paige Garland on serve. Low liner toward the back.
Up.
Whistle.
Whistle.
Point
and point
South.
South. They win it. 25-18. Don't know what that call was.
No.
25-18. South.
No.
Now,
No penalty against Dover, though.
25 more points.
Tough to get.
Undefeated state champion.
You talk about last points of a set, tough to get. If I'm not mistaken, you always told me that the third set
is the toughest to win.
It's toughest
to win.
Yes.
To win if you're up 2-0.
Yes.
Third set is the toughest to win. We have seen that happen over and over again.
And it's probably backed into a corner.
I saw. Let me give you an example. I saw last year. Well, we've seen it with North-South. Now this year, South took care of the third set. They won in a sweep. The couple years before, they'd go up 2-0 and North would rally over and over again. I saw last year North against Londonderry up 2-0. And Wayne pulled a lot of his starters. They had a 12, 13-point lead in set 3. Londonderry came back and won the set. And they lost, and then they lost in 4.
Who lost it? Oh,
yeah. I mean, South won it.
Right.
I was ticked off because I would have been home a lot earlier.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. So that was a third set that sticks. And there's been many that Tom is drawing on there. And he's right. Number 3 is the toughest to get. If you're a juggernaut like South is this season, they may be able to do it right here. So keep it here at Nashua ETV. Glad to bring you the state championship match. South trying to be the first girls volleyball team for either South or North to win a state championship since the split 16 years ago.
Boy, it's been a long time, huh?
2004 was the first one?
04, 05. 04, 05.
And we did say North right after the split made it to the state final, lost to Portsmouth. It's been a drought since. This team, though, these players.
Well, it's been a tough. This will make up for the tough afternoon that Nashua teams had because both football teams, North and South, both lost in the quarterfinals. So now they have the time off. That man that is walking in the red jacket as we watch him walk to the end of the Dover bench, that's Brian O'Reilly.
I was going to say,
he had a tough day today. He lost to Londonderry 45-3 in the Division I.
Speaking of
quarterfinals, Londonderry, they look like they're going to win it all. I'm telling you. I mean, whoever comes out of the Merrimack Exeter game, good luck to you.
Yep. Merrimack knocking off North.
Once again, the Panthers. Yep, without Curtis Harris. I talked to Curtis Harris after the game, and you'll be able to read, in my column how he felt during the game and what his status would have been had they won the game. And when the next time we may see Curtis Harris in an athletic event. If you missed the column, check it out on NashuaTelegraph.com. You're going to see it.
To the third set we go. As you see, Dover will be on the left side. South will be on the right side, and they would love to win it in front of their student body.
Yes, they're on that side where all their student body is. The other side of the net, mainly fans from South. The Dover side is where we're on the Dover side.
Right.
So we're in the wrong spot.
Good thing we're in a soundproof area. So the Dover fans are.
Well, let's put it this way: we won't have to wipe out, maybe purple and white confetti out of our hair for what I have left for hair.
Paige Garland starts off the third set with a bang as she finds open court on the kill.
But they were anxious though. I mean, they got out there. They were waiting and waiting and waiting. I mean, they want to get this thing going.
There's Nate Mazerol right behind Paige Garland as he looks over her shoulder.
The athletic coordinator at Nashua South.
The setup, Maya Whitehead with the first point for Dover. Some authority on that hit. 1-1 match now as the Green Wave will serve for the first time here, trying to stave off the elimination and the South coronation as state champs. Dover serving in a 1-1 third set, down 2-0. That was Charlotte Albert, number 17, doing the honors. Whistle before the kill attempt. That goes to Dover. Apparently maybe a palm play there by South. Charlotte Albert trying to make it 2 in a row. And they do. It's a 3-1 lead.
3-1, yep. That's not a bad response to that first point.
Charlotte Albert on a bit of a roll here. Oh, that was right to Olivia Johnson. She kind of put it straight up in the air, and a couple of South players ended up looking at each other as it fell to the court.
One of them was Kelleher.
Yep. 4-1. Sometimes you can't be polite in volleyball. You got to hog the ball or nobody will. That one is another Dover point.
Well, that was an interesting setup because South had their players back. They didn't have their full force at the net. So I think Paige Garland was kind of left alone there.
South needs to focus.
Wow,
here in the third
this is
set.
the best stretch that Dover has had. 5-point run.
Charlotte Albert.
See, look at the setup that South's got.
And there is the momentum breaker that you talked about, Tom.
Yep. The block back by Covert into their net, and now it's 5-2.
Yeah, Catherine Covert just gets up there and goes big.
That's
South
why MVP.
The power game.
MVP of this match right now is Catherine Covert.
A miss hit by Dover. And now South rolling their way back into this third set.
Maybe I ought to sponsor, I ought to sponsor a Tom King MVP.
Well, yeah, I mean, are you going to wait till it's posthumous, or are you going to do it while you're still here?
That's a good question.
That's how it usually comes up with.
Actually, we should have an ETV trophy. That's what we should.
Okay, yeah. You get Pete on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Dover just gets it over. South's shutting up. Kara Kelleher found an open court, but a dive play by Dover too late. No point for Dover, apparently. The officials are going to talk this.
They're going to talk this over.
Yeah. Now,
I thought there should have been.
I was reading up on the attack line in volleyball. You'll see the red stripe. It's
right.
About 12 feet from the net.
Yep.
The libero's not allowed to go
over that line.
And
see that line right there?
Yes, that line.
Yep.
And the thing is, the libero is allowed to go over it, but if they set up an attacker who hits the ball above the net cord, that becomes a violation.
Right.
I think that
might
was
the
have
call.
happened.
That may have been the call.
Yeah.
Yep. And Wayne Sijowski is getting an explanation of it. He likes whatever he's heard in terms of the explanation. He said, oh, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So it may have been the violation, I suggest.
And so they had, well, it's not a violation on Dover. It's gone back to Dover. That's the point for
against
Dover.
South.
Right.
Yeah, a violation by South.
So here's the setup.
Kelleher, wow, somehow Dover keeps that point alive.
Yeah, you know why? They're getting used to her Rockets.
Here comes another.
And they got used to that one. They're getting used to her. They're timing her. They've seen her now for over two sets, so they can time her a little bit. But you know that's the thing. Is that a pizza that's coming over? It's a big box.
Wow.
That's probably the words. Too bad it's not a pizza. I could go for a pizza right now, couldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
That's in. South gets back on the scoreboard. There's a Maya Whitehead block, by the way, for Dover on that tremendous Kara Kelleher kill attempt.
So now Covert's got the serve back.
Yep. Only a 3-point deficit for South right now as they seek to become state champs by going 3 sets up. However, Dover's got other ideas here in set number 3. It's not the.
This might be a South timeout.
Yeah, the score we have on the screen, I believe that's right, even though
it's right.
A point go for each team there. 8-5, Dover is up. And on serve for the Green Wave is Lindsay Donahue.
Nice to have the monitors so we can see the great work of Tim O'Neill in front of our eyes as we're broadcasting this.
The setup.
Block. Double hit. They should have blown the whistle there.
I think you're right.
Yep.
That one is saved by
let that go.
Kara Leckletter.
What's the violation there?
I don't know.
That's an interesting call. I thought
Yep.
Dover played that cleanly after
It seems
they
so.
missed the call earlier. The double hit.
South gets the point. They're down just by 2 as Caitlin Fitzgibbons handles the serve for the Panthers. Down the middle. Castanway, this dig. Vitko, the point for Dover.
Well, they're playing much more desperate. See, that's the thing is, third set, team down 2-0, they get a little desperate.
Back up against the wall.
Yeah, that makes them a little dangerous. Yep.
Big cheer for Charlotte
Now,
Albert as she comes off.
This is the play that Dover wanted to see, from the onset.
Yeah.
Covert, was it in?
Yes. Well placed. Nobody there to block her that time, and Kara Kelleher will go to the back line and serve.
Interesting. Most of the servers get instructions from their coach as to where to place it, I think.
Yeah.
It's on both sides of the ball. Dover's done the same thing. Out. Too long.
You know why I like that? It kind of takes away the indecision that you might experience if you don't think it out ahead of time. You go up to hit it and think, should I hit it soft? Should I hit it hard? Should I hit the spot? Your coach tells you exactly what to do. You visualize it and you execute. That was a great job by Dover to find an open quadrant.
I'd say leave me alone, let me hit the damn ball.
Let me do it like I did the other 10 times. you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Dover on serve. Still with the lead, up 11-7.
Nice set.
Olivia Johnson, the libero.
Oh, nice touch right there. That's a point.
Great finish.
Yep.
That was Paige Garland.
Who would have thought Dover would have made double figures before Nashua? First time all night.
Yes.
This is getting interesting now. Nashua needs a run.
Will Natalie Boyle give it to them?
No.
Long on the serve.
In fact, she gave Dover a point instead.
Quick answer there.
Yes, exactly. Too quick.
Maya Whitehead, number 5, had a quick breather for the Green Wave. She's back out there, one of the best frontline players. Kyra Cantwell is on serve now for Dover. Kyra's serve is in. Olivia Johnson plays it nicely. The touch. And the finish.
That was a tip by Covert.
Point for South.
Was that Covert on the tip?
I think it might have been Paige Garland.
Was it Garland? Okay, on the far side.
But it looked like she reached over, but she must have just did it just right.
She was on the
top
far
of the court.
side, Covert in the middle.
Yeah.
On the rotation, she
right.
gets the serve.
Yep.
So I thought that came from the middle. I don't know. Well,
perhaps.
We'd have to see that again. We don't have the replay pad right now.
Good setup.
Tip by Covert goes out.
Yeah.
How did that end up going out? That had spin to the opposite side.
Yeah. I think she put a flick on it.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
didn't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If she had just gone straight down with it, point would have been South. Instead, now they're down 4. And Dover 12 points away from possibly securing a set.
Charlotte Albert had a nice service stretch in the previous set. Good dig by the libero Castanway. Over the net it goes.
Over the line, they can't rescue the point. It's 13-10.
Carol Lecklider on the serve for South. Trying to cut into a 3-point deficit. Castanway, the dig, the set.
Boom.
Whitehead.
Nope. Out. I think. Looked like it was far out of the line.
Wow, it must have got South hit the net.
No, it was far. It looked out. I think it went out. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
It must
have hit the net. You're right. If it's South lost the point.
Yeah, one of the South defenders hit the net illegally before it went out.
Yeah, they get that point right back.
They do. South seizes the serve back with that key point. Dover just can't put South away. They're creeping back into this third set.
They got to get it to a point or two before they see they get the Green Wave a little nervous.
The big hit by Whitehead, the block nicely up in front of Alexis Farrell.
Yeah, Farrell had a great block. That was a soft dig.
Oh, perfectly placed.
The soft dig hurt. That was a soft dig over the net. Anytime there's a soft shot by South, the Dover kids look at each other like, really?
Kyra Cantwell with
Why
the point.
why are they doing that for us?
Lindsay Donahue on the serve for Dover, up by 4 again. In the race to 25. The setup. Over the net by Kara Leckliner. Point south.
Yeah. Now they need some serving. Some consistent serving.
Caitlin Fitzgibbons on serve for South.
Okay. Number 2.
Slaps it low and hard to the back line. Dover with a distance kill. What a shot by Lindsay Donahue.
Yeah,
her best.
Donahue teased them. She jumped up looking like she was going to have a big swing, and she eased the shot.
The volleyball
Because I think the
version of a
Panthers,
changeup.
yeah, the Panthers backed up, waiting for the hard shot, and they didn't get it. Instead, what they got was a perfectly placed point by Dover.
Rachel Vitko with the jump serve. Good setup by South. Paige Garland tried to put it away. Nice save by the Green Wave. Leckliner, backline save.
Tip. Oh, nice save by
Diving play.
Dover.
Castanguay, the libero, got to the ground and got it up in the air.
Kelleher. No.
Castanguay with a spin save.
In the net. Oh, what Dover fought for that point, and they didn't get it.
Tooth and nail.
They got a break when Kelleher's spike was handled.
But it ends up South's point. And Kara Kelleher on the jump serve. Low liner.
I predict a rally here. Kelleher is one of those who usually is in the box for a while with her serves.
Touched by Leckliner. Dover alert to it. Johnson, nice set. Whistle. Point Dover.
Why? Was Johnson over the line? I don't think so. That's interesting. Maybe multiple hits.
Or perhaps one of the South
nobody
front
was
line people drifted into the net. Back
maybe.
into the net, perhaps. Served by Dover, point South.
Wow, that was a great block and a great point by South.
Block just didn't work its way back over to the south side of the court.
Kelleher's not in the service rotation. But she's playing back.
Natalie Boyle on serve for South. Down the middle, the setup. Castanguay put 2 hands on it. 2 hands too much.
Yeah, they must have thought a palm, yep.
And that's a violation.
And now take a look, folks. Down only 2.
Boyle trying to stay on a roll. Dover trying to answer.
Down only 1, I believe. That looked like it was out.
It did look like it out, and they say it was in.
No, wow, I don't think so. I thought that ball was
I'd like
out.
to see that again.
So sure, I would love to see that again. It caught enough of the line that they get the point.
Kyra Cantwell on serve for Dover. Up by 3, trying to get to 20 points first for the first time in this match. Dover.
Don't you think it should be louder here?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's calmed down. I think the South fans are anticipating the title, and they want to save all their noise for that. But they need to get a little louder. It's a 2-point match.
Paige Garland on serve for South. Going to catch Dover here and run the table and make it a 3-0 state title. 3 sets to 0.
Covert with the block.
Mad scramble for Dover. They're not going to get it back over.
Covert with another block. Bet she's got at least a dozen tonight. And now John Collins, look at that score. What is it?
1 point away from tying it up.
And I'm telling you, once they get going, they may not stop.
Well,
they stopped out of there. Not this time is right.
Yeah, this jump serve falls short.
Yeah.
2-point lead again for the Green Wave. They just need 1 to get.
Well, I tell you, all the work that Dover's done in this set, they really should.
Yeah.
They'd kill themselves if they don't win this thing.
Yeah, they've got the score and the momentum on their side. Charlotte Albert, good serve. Kelleher with a save. Back line, no. Paige Garland couldn't get up the height or distance on that shot. And Dover does, in fact, hit the 20-point mark first. Charlotte Albert, all smiles back there, now all business. Slaps it forward. Kara Kelleher first to it. Set up Covert with the touch, too soft. And
Yeah,
Dover,
too soft, hits the net.
21-17, just 4 points away from winning this third set. Charlotte Albert, line drive is long. Ooh, opportunity missed there for Dover. 3-point game instead of a 5-point game, perhaps, if they held serve. They did. The set. No! It is South's point.
Boy, I'm surprised at that. You know why? I thought they touched the net.
You thought South did?
Yeah, I thought there was a net touch there.
So South.
Well, within 2.
Net cord.
Oh,
Great save by Castaway.
What a dig. That's unbelievable. But Kelleher comes right back. Just when you think you've done it all, she just rips that heart rate out with one of those shots. And it's back to being a 1-point match.
Dover trying to answer. Block goes straight up in the air. Leckliner with the point. Kara Leckliner, well placed.
That's the biggest point of the match tonight, the entire match. That's the biggest point. Dover's got to take a timeout because all of a sudden South has come back to tie it on an improbable point where Leckliner from all the way back managed to land one just over the line. And in that middle of no man's land, the libero couldn't get to it.
And you're so right, because all that work that Dover did, they had South at arm's length. They had them at 3 points, 4 points. I don't think they reached 5 points ahead, but they had big leads all through this third set. Now it's a 4-point set.
Now it's a 4-point set for the state championship. If you're South,
you got to feel good about your chances.
You mentioned it. They never got it to 5 or 6 or 7.
Right.
They needed to do that.
Yep.
But now we'll see if it comes back to haunt them or not.
Kara Leckliner, the senior, serving.
Now it's loud in here.
What a
oh my!
Now you got to tell me.
Oh my!
How's Dover going to recover from that?
I don't know. Off the netting.
What a shot! What a serve! Kara Leckliner again goes longer this time. Castaway sets it up.
Watch out!
Maya Whitehead, Olivia Johnson. The push by Kelleher. The save by Charlotte Albert.
Block.
Vitko's shot is blocked.
Covert again on the block.
Catherine Covert.
Oh my, 2 points away from a state championship.
Timeout, Dover. They might as well use it.
2 points away from undefeated, which would be, let's see, quarterfinals, 21-0. 21-0 and a state title. And a team for the ages.
It would be the 8th state title for Nashua High School.
Wayne Sajowski, a guy who came from Wisconsin, from the Green Bay area, if I'm not mistaken, Milwaukee, Green Bay area, to basically be the JV coach. You know, he came, I don't forget what brought him here, he was teaching.
Oh, this thing's about
they asked him, could you be the JV coach? Yeah, I could do volleyball, yep. And then they made a coaching change right after he got there.
Kelleher, 1 point away. Wow. Wow, that was something else. The only thing that would have been better if that was the state championship.
Spike of the night. Spike of the night.
It certainly was. As high as she's gotten up all season, I think that was her highest vertical yet. Leckliner's serve. This could be it. Dover trying to stay
in the net. They win it. They win it. Nashua South, undefeated, gets a state championship. My, oh my, oh my. Wow.
Nashua High School South, your 2019 Division I Girls Volleyball Champions.
So well deserved, I think, just because of the way they played all season long. They won a big 5-set match on this floor back in early October, the night before they played Nashua North. And when they won that match, and then against Pinkerton, both were undefeated at the time, and then had to play North in a rivalry match less than 24 hours later, and won it so decisively. Then you knew this team was destined to be at least in the finals because they were able to handle a lot of things. That's the experience that they had. Kelleher, Covert, other seniors on this team, they really guided this team. And Wayne Sajowski always told them, anytime there was a little bit of a dip, get back to playing your game. And what's their game? Setting it up for Kelleher, blocking with Covert at the net, and having everybody else contribute when they can. That's South Volleyball this year.
Look at the emotion. Rightfully so. They made history tonight, this team. They knew history was in the offing. They knew that they could go down the record books as the greatest girls volleyball team in the school's history, and they cemented that by winning a 3-0 championship match here against Dover to finish it off in undefeated fashion.
And that will do it.
That's Tom King. I'm John Collins, thanking our cameraman Tim O'Neill and our executive producer Pete Johnson. Congratulations to the New Hampshire High School South girls volleyball team, Wayne Sajowski, especially to his seniors, Caitlin Fitzgibbons, Kara Leckliter, Paige Garland, Kara Kelleher, Catherine Colbert, and their teammates for being state champions as they award the trophies here at Pinkerton Academy in Derry. We'll be back in just a moment with the trophy presentations for the Nashua High South volleyball team. Welcome back, everybody, to Pinkerton Academy in Derry. See Kara Kelleher come and get the state championship trophy.
There it is.
The plaque.
Very fitting that she gets it as the captain and leader of this team and holds it up. I think after they do the medals, they'll go over to the stands and just hold it up for the stands for the fans. There's the libero getting the award.
Olivia Johnson.
Yep, getting her medal.
Caitlin
Fitzgibbons. A lot of hardware in this thing, don't they?
Yeah. Hard-earned hardware. This is Kara Leckliter, who played such a fine match as well. Huge smile.
Wayne's toughest job is to get the medal over the hair bun.
Yeah,
you know,
not messing things up too much.
Right.
Paige Garland gets her medal. And here is next Ann Sherman. Natalie Boyle, number 6. Part of the state championship team that made history here tonight. Undefeated state champs. Kara Kelleher. Not letting go of that state championship trophy quite yet. Alexis Farrell is next up. She has to crouch down a little bit at 5'10". For Coach Sajowski.
Well, he's done
Catherine Colbert, your MVP of this championship
yeah, I
round.
think so.
Here.
This night, I think she's the MVP. But this is, you know, like I said, he took it over under difficult circumstances.
That was Carol Leigh Leatherman, number 10.
And built it up, and really built it up. You know, maybe 3 years ago they were knocking on the door a little bit, and they were a contending team, but not quite. You know, 2 years ago, semifinalists, not quite as good as Girton, but pretty good. Last year, probably felt they should have been in the finals. This year they were, and they won it all.
Kayleen Malpass, Kelly Ryan, Kimberly Hendrick, and Nina Mahilan.
Staff picking
up their trophies.
Getting their medals. And there they are.
Assistant coaches Kim Barron, Ryan Colligan, manager Allison Martell.
Yeah, and there they are. See, facing the crowd with that trophy. That's what you want to do. Those are your fans. Those are the people who came to all those matches. They'll put the state championship banner in front of this group, have them take it with all the fans in the background.
A storybook season and a storybook photo to go in the last page of that book. as these girls did their school proud with a legendary season and finish here at Pinkerton Academy.
Yep, and that's
in
saying
Derry.
Purple Rain. They hadn't been able to say it very often over the last 16 years since they developed that slogan, but Purple Rain tonight, and it fits perfectly.
That's Tom King. I'm John Collins. Thanks to our cameraman Tim O'Neill and our executive producer Pete Johnson. Nashua High School girls volleyball 2019 state champions. Good night, everybody.